Turkey is a country that stretches across two continents, Europe and Asia. This special position has deeply influenced its intricate history. Over the centuries, many great civilizations, like the Romans, Byzantines, and Ottomans, have called Turkey home. They've left behind stunning architecture and numerous cultural traditions. By taking care of these natural wonders and historical places, we ensure that future generations can enjoy their beauty and continue to learn from the captivating tales they hold, just as we are about to do today. Lake Mecca is a volcanic crater lake located in Konya province in central Turkey. The lake was formed about 4 million years ago when an extinct volcano erupted and its crater was flooded. A second eruption about 9,000 years ago formed another volcanic cone inside the lake with a maar. Lake Mecca now consists of two nested lakes with various islets. The Semela Monastery is a remarkable Greek Orthodox monastery nestled in Turkey's Pontic Mountains. This awe-inspiring structure was built 1,600 years ago, making it one of the world's oldest standing monasteries. The founding monks selected this high location due to a statue of the Virgin Mary, believed to have been carved by Luke the Apostle and found in a nearby cave. One of the most fascinating aspects of Semela Monastery is how it was constructed without any scaffolding or support structures. The monks had to painstakingly carve building materials from the cliff face and then haul them up the steep mountainside to create this architectural marvel. Lake Tuz, also known as Tuzgalu in Turkish, which translates to Salt Lake, stands out as the second largest lake in Turkey and draws visitors with its unique features. The lake is especially fascinating for its vibrant pink waters, which appear at certain times of the year. This stunning coloration is due to the presence of Danaliella salina, a type of algae that thrives in the saline conditions of the lake. Beyond its beauty, the salt from Lake Tuz is also noteworthy for its composition. It includes 22 different minerals with therapeutic properties. These minerals are believed to help ease joint pain and offer benefits for skin conditions like eczema, making the lake not only a visual marvel, but also a source of natural healing. Mount Nemrut Dağ, a towering summit in southeastern Turkey, reveals a story sculpted in stone. Over 2 millennia ago, King Antiochus I of Commagene chose this high and remote location to build a tomb sanctuary that would stand through the ages. Surrounded by colossal statues representing gods, animals, and himself, the king aimed to unite the pantheons of Greek, Armenian, and Iranian cultures, showcasing his vision of unity and power. High up on Chimera Mount in southwest Turkey, dozens of small fires burn day and night. The flames flicker out from cracks and holes in the rocky mountainside. This place is called Yanataş, which means flaming stone in Turkey. Interestingly, the fires of Yanataş never go out, not even in rain or wind. This has given rise to numerous legends and myths over the centuries. It is believed that these eternal flames inspired the myth of the Chimera, a fearsome creature with the body of a goat, the head of a lion, and the tail of a serpent that breathed fire. The Myra rock tombs in Demre are not just ancient structures, they demonstrate how clever the Lycian people were over 2,000 years ago. They built these tombs right into the cliff, carving them from the top down. This technique prevented debris from ruining the already completed sections below. The Lycians believed that magical winged creatures would take their dead to the afterlife, so they placed their tombs high up on the cliffs. What's really interesting about the Myra rock tombs is how they were made to look just like the facades of ancient Lycian homes, complete with columns and doorways. Further down the coast from Myra, near the Dalyan River, there's another group of Lycian rock tombs. Among them, the tomb of Amintas stands out as one of the most famous. This tomb is particularly impressive because of its grand design, which mimics the front of an ancient temple. It features tall columns and a triangular top, known as a pediment. Sagalassos was once a busy town, known for its culture and trade. In the 7th century, several big earthquakes hit Sagalassos, causing a lot of damage and leading to its decline. Over time, people left the city, and the earthquakes left a lot of rubble covering the ruins. Interestingly, this rubble helped protect the remains of the city. Sagalassos stayed hidden and well preserved under this rubble until it was rediscovered not long ago. Today, when visitors explore the city, they can easily see the impressive ruins of a big theatre, large public baths, and many beautiful fountains. Manavgat waterfall is known for its wide, horizontal cascade over a series of low cliffs. The waterfall is not very high, but it is wide, creating a powerful and impressive sight. Unlike some waterfalls that dry up during certain seasons, Manavgat waterfall flows continuously all year round due to the consistent water supply from the Taurus Mountains. Ishak Pasha Palace is one of the most magnificent examples of Ottoman architecture. Unlike many other historical buildings, the palace was designed not just as a fortress, but as a luxurious residence. Despite its remote location, Ishak Pasha Palace was a center of culture and governance. Surrounding the palace are high walls and several gates, providing protection and a sense of seclusion. The palace offers a panoramic view of the surrounding plains and mountains, making it both a beautiful and strategic vantage point. Especially with the view of Mount Ararat. Its imposing presence and mysteries make a truly unique and intriguing destination. This dormant volcanic cone is situated near the borders of Turkey, Armenia, and Iran, making it a significant landmark in the region. The mountain holds a special place in the hearts of many due to its biblical significance. According to the Book of Genesis, the resting place of Noah's Ark after the Great Flood is in the mountains of Ararat. Over the centuries, explorers have climbed the mountain to find the remains of the Ark. While definitive evidence has yet to be found, the legend continues to captivate the imagination of many. Alanya Castle stands on a rocky peninsula in southern Turkey, overlooking the Mediterranean Sea. Despite numerous sieges and battles, parts of Alanya Castle have survived remarkably well. Among them is the Red Tower, a prominent building with a unique octagonal shape that is now a symbol of Alanya. Built as a strategic stronghold, the castle's walls stretch for miles, encircling the peninsula. The walls include 140 towers, each used to watch for enemies and signal warnings. Visitors can walk along the walls and enjoy views of the sea and the town below. Harran is one of the oldest continuously inhabited places in the world. These houses, shaped like beehives, are made from mud and brick, providing shelter to the people of Harran. The beehive shape helped keep the interior cool during hot summer months and warm during the chilly winters. Despite their ancient origins, many of these houses are still in use today. Local families continue to live in them, preserving the traditional way of life. Aspendos Theatre is one of the best preserved ancient theatres in the world. It was constructed to honor the gods and provide a space for public entertainment. The seating area is semicircular and divided into two sections by a wide walkway, holding up to 15,000 spectators. The theatre's design allows even the softest sound made on stage to be heard clearly in the uppermost seats. Built during the reign of Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius, it has been in continuous use. It hosts performances and festivals, making it a living monument to ancient engineering and culture. Not far away, the Aspendos Aqueduct is still standing, over 1,800 years after it was built. The aqueduct was just one piece of a vast network that stretched across the Roman Empire. The Romans built aqueducts that conformed to incredibly high standards, ensuring that cities far away could enjoy reliable access to water. Despite earthquakes, wars, and the passage of time, significant portions of the aqueduct survive, stretching across valleys, hills, and even swamps. Lake Salda is one of the cleanest and deepest lakes in Turkey. Known for its dazzling, clear turquoise water and white sandy stones, Lake Salda is often called the Turkish Maldives. The mineral-rich water and mud along the shore are believed to have healing properties for the skin. Visitors can often be seen covering themselves in the white mud, hoping to experience its rejuvenating effects. One interesting fact about Lake Salda is its connection to Mars. Scientists believe that the hydromagnesite, a rare mineral found in a lake, is similar to the minerals found on Mars, making it an important site for planetary research. In the heart of modern-day Turkey lie the ruins of the ancient city of Ephesus. Walking through the ruins of Ephesus today, you can still see the remains of the glorious past. The Great Theatre of Ephesus, for example, could hold 25,000 spectators. Here, citizens gathered not just to watch performances, but also to discuss important community matters. The Library of Celsus was once one of the largest in the ancient world. Particularly remarkable about the library is its facade. It has been meticulously reconstructed from the original pieces, offering a glimpse into the architectural masterpieces of the past. In contrast, there is the Temple of Artemis, one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. Though now in ruins, the temple was a massive structure that served as both a marketplace and a central hub. Patara, once a thriving ancient city, is home to one of the most stunning beaches in the world. The story of Patara begins over 2,000 years ago, when people from far and wide would come to trade and seek guidance from the famous oracle Apollo. Perhaps the most surprising fact about Patara is that it is the birthplace of Saint Nicholas, the man who would later become known as Santa Claus. Moving from the ancient stones to the sandy shores, the beaches of Patara are among the longest in the Mediterranean. The sand dunes behind the beach add a dramatic feature, shifting in the wind, yet resilient against time. Kizkilesi, known as Maiden's Castle, is a historical fortress located on a small island off the southern coast of Turkey. According to local tales, a king built the castle to protect his daughter from a prophecy that said she would die from a snake bite. However, a snake hidden in a basket of grapes made its way to the princess, fulfilling the prophecy. Kizkilesi once had a twin, the Koricus Castle on the mainland. The two fortresses were connected by a breakwater. The connection has long since disappeared, but the two ancient castles facing each other across the water remain truly inspiring. The Tortum Waterfall, the tallest waterfall in the country, is a sight to behold with its rushing waters and stunning surroundings. One of the most intriguing features of Tortum Waterfall is its use of renewable energy. Nearby, a hydroelectric power station harnesses the force of the falling water to generate electricity, a successful blend of natural beauty and sustainable technology. The ancient city of Troy carries a legendary status that echoes through history. This legendary city was a setting for one of the most famous stories in Greek mythology, the Trojan War. Despite its fame in literature, the physical existence of Troy was once doubted until the late 19th century. The ancient city was rediscovered while excavating, and not just one, but 9 cities were found, built on top of each other over 4,000 years. Troy serves as a bridge between myth and reality, where visitors can walk through layers of history and imagine the epic battles that once took place. Bodrum Castle is a historic fortress guarding the city and its harbour. The knights constructed the castle in the 15th century as a fortification against the growing threat of Ottoman expansion. The castle spans a vast area and features 5 towers named after different countries associated with the knights. These towers stand proud today, bearing the names of the countries that built them. Bodrum Castle now serves as a museum, housing an impressive collection of artifacts recovered from ancient shipwrecks, dating back over 3,400 years. Kayakoi, once a thriving village home to over 2,000 Greek Orthodox residents, now lies abandoned. Its stone houses and churches crumbling under the weight of history. This once thriving village was abandoned in the early 20th century, following the Greco-Turkish War, becoming a ghost town. In the early 2000s, there were plans to restore the village as a symbol of reconciliation between Greece and Turkey. Although these plans never came to fruition and Kayakoi remains in ruins, it was far from forgotten. Eflatun is an ancient Hittite spring that still flows today, providing a vital water source to this site for thousands of years. It was primarily used for religious rituals, and the spring was considered sacred and believed to have healing properties and a connection to the divine. Despite its age and the rise and fall of empires surrounding it, the site remained remarkably intact, preserving its connection to Turkey's ancient past. In the heart of Turkey lies a magical place that seems to belong to another world. Cappadocia is a region that has captured the imagination of people for centuries. At the heart of Cappadocia lies the Gurema Valley, a stunning landscape of fairy chimneys and ancient cave churches. These peculiar structures were formed millions of years ago through volcanic eruptions, followed by erosion. Over the centuries, local inhabitants sculpted homes, churches, and monasteries into these rock formations. Filled with fairy chimneys but lacking carving is the Valley of Love. The rock formations here are particularly tall and striking. What makes the Valley of Love particularly interesting is the shapes of these formations, which many find to be reminiscent of romantic and whimsical shapes, hence its name. It is especially popular for hot air balloon rides, which offer spectacular views of the unique landscapes at sunrise. But perhaps the most iconic site in Cappadocia is Ukhisar Castle. This fortress-like structure offers panoramic views of the surrounding valleys. The castle was once a refuge for the people of the region, with its winding tunnels and hidden chambers providing a safe haven during times of danger. Today, visitors can climb to the top of the castle and take in surreal views of the valleys and fairy chimneys below. Just around the corner, carved by the Melendez River, is a stunning canyon known as the Ahlara Valley. It stretches 14 miles and reaches depths of up to 400 feet. Ahlara Valley was home to an estimated 80,000 people at its peak. This underground city was a true marvel, with dwellings, churches, and even stables carved into the rock face. Watching over the Alara Valley is Mount Hassan. Rising prominently above the plateau of Cappadocia, it is actually a dormant volcano and has two peaks, giving it a distinctive appearance from a distance. Hassan Mountain is one of the safest mountains to hike, offering well-marked paths frequented to reach the summit. It was considered sacred by the ancient Hittites, who believed that gods lived atop mountains. Lake Van, the largest lake in the country, is renowned for its strong blue color and the dramatic landscapes that surround it. One of the most fascinating aspects of Lake Van is the phenomenon known as the Van Lake Monster. It is a creature similar to Scotland's Loch Ness Monster, which some local residents claim to have seen. On a small island within Lake Van sits Akdamar Church, also known as the Cathedral of the Holy Cross. This church is a magnificent example of Armenian architecture, covered with intricate stone carvings depicting biblical scenes and Armenian royalties. The choice of location on Akdamar Island shows the historical significance of isolation in spirituality, providing a secluded place for worship and reflection. The Temple of Apollo at Didyma was one of the most important religious centers in the ancient Greek world. The architecture of the Temple of Apollo is marked by its massive columns, some of which still stand today. Tradition says that anyone who reached the temple was protected from harm and could not be forcibly removed. But the temple we see today is not the original structure. In fact, it is the third and largest temple built on this site, when the first temple was destroyed and the second never completed. Even in its ruined state, the Temple of Apollo at Didyma continues to inspire and amaze with its history and spirit. Anıtkabir, the mausoleum of Mustafa Kemal Atatürk, is a profound symbol of respect and admiration for the founder of the Republic of Turkey. Constructed over a span of 9 years, the structure's design reflects the strength and dignity of Atatürk's character. Approaching the mausoleum, visitors pass through the Road of Lions, a pathway lined with pairs of lion statues representing power and peace. Antalya, a city along the Mediterranean coast in southwest Turkey, has an interesting past that dates back more than 2,000 years. Today, it ranks as Turkey's 8th largest city, home to over 1.3 million people. Often referred to as the gateway to the Turkish Riviera, Antalya's beautiful coastline draws millions of visitors each year. The city enjoys a warm Mediterranean climate with about 300 sunny days a year, and its many wonders make every visitor feel like they're in a fairy tale. One of them is Dudum Waterfalls. The falls are split into two sections, the Upper Dudum Waterfalls, where the river appears, and the Lower Dudum Waterfalls, where it falls into the Mediterranean Sea from a high cliff. In ancient times, the falls were believed to be a sacred site in Greek mythology. It was said that the god Apollo's son, Asclepius, died at the waterfalls, and the area was considered holy. Today, we understand that these falls have existed for ages. Yet they're constantly evolving. The water slowly carves away the rock, reshaping the landscape bit by bit. The ancient Greek and Roman city of Phaselis lies on the Mediterranean coast of southwest Turkey. Founded around 700 BC by settlers from Rhodes, this ancient city was a major player in the maritime trade routes of antiquity. It connected traders from Greece, Asia, Egypt, and Phoenicia, making it a melting pot of cultures and traditions. One of the most impressive structures still standing is the Roman aqueduct that supplied fresh water to Phaselis. As we explore further, we'll discover a well-preserved Roman theatre that once seated 1,500 spectators with a spectacular view of the sea. Izanoi, this ancient wonder with a history spanning over 5,000 years, is a treasure trove of Roman architecture and cultural heritage. The city is renowned for its Temple of Zeus, constructed in the 2nd century. This temple, unlike many others, remains largely intact. During the Roman Empire, the Temple of Zeus functioned as a central point where citizens could engage in worship and community decision-making. Hidden away in the mountains near the city of Antalya lies a natural wonder that will take your breath away, called Kasunlu Waterfall. This place is a marvel, with crystal clear waters cascading from the cliffs above into a series of 7 tranquil ponds below. What truly sets Kasunlu Waterfall apart is a natural phenomenon occurring beneath its waters. Hidden from view, a network of underwater caves stretches out, forming a mysterious underground system that experts are still exploring today. The ruins of Olympos. This city was once a thriving center of trade and culture, but it was abandoned long ago. One of the most interesting facts about Olympos is that it was a major center of worship for the god Hephaestus, the god of fire and metalworking in Greek mythology. The city was famous for its eternal flames that burned continuously, fueled by natural gas seeping from the ground. The ancient ruins of Simena tell a fascinating story of a small Lycian coastal city that has endured for over 2,000 years. Located in modern-day Kalakoi, Simena can only be reached by boat. One of the most striking features of Simena is the well-preserved castle, built during the Byzantine era, that crowns the hill overlooking the village. Inside the castle walls, visitors can explore the remains of a tiny theatre carved into the rock. With a seating capacity of just 300, it is the smallest among all the Lycian cities. But perhaps the most intriguing aspect of Smyrna is a sunken city lying just off shores. Due to earthquakes in ancient times, parts of the city slip beneath the waves. The Selimiye Mosque is a stunning architectural marvel, built in the 16th century by the famous Ottoman architect Mimar Sinan. This mosque is considered one of his greatest masterpieces. The mosque's construction began in 1568 and was completed in just 6 years, an impressive result considering the technology available at the time. The interior of the mosque is equally stunning. It houses some of the most intricate Islamic calligraphy and floral designs. However, what truly sets Selimiye Mosque apart is its unique acoustic design. The architect incorporated 999 decorated pots into the dome structure, which not only reduced the weight of the dome, but also enhanced the mosque's acoustics. Ulubey Canyon is a natural wonder located in western Turkey. This canyon was formed over millions of years as the Ulubey River slowly cut through the land, carving out deep gorges and revealing layers of colorful rock. Perhaps the most incredible fact about Ulubey Canyon is that it is home to one of the longest wooden walking trails in the world. This trail, which stretches for nearly half a mile, is built directly into the side of the canyon wall. The Muradiye waterfall is a stunning natural wonder located in eastern Turkey. The waterfall is formed by the Bendimahi River as it cascades down a steep cliff face. Surprisingly, the area around the waterfall is known for its thermal waters, which are said to have healing properties. Istanbul is a metropolis unlike any other, bridging Europe and Asia with the bustling Bosphorus Strait running right through its center, connecting the Black Sea to the Sea of Marmara. This unique spot has made Istanbul a hub of trade and culture for thousands of years. Through its storied history, this city has been the proud capital of not just one, but 3 mighty empires: the Romans, the Byzantines, and the Ottomans. It started off as Byzantium, transformed into Constantinople, and today we know it as Istanbul. Originally constructed in the 14th century by a group of people from Genoa, Italy, this tower was part of a defense wall that protected their colony in Constantinople. One of the most striking tales about the Galata Tower involves a daring flight in the 17th century. An Ottoman aviator, Hezarfen Ahmet, is said to have attached wings to his body and flown across the Bosphorus from atop the tower. The ancient city of Arlat, located in eastern Turkey near Lake Van, has a history that spans over 4,000 years. Throughout its long existence, Arlat has been ruled by various civilizations. However, what truly sets Arlat apart is its incredible collection of Seljuk-era tombstones and graves, which make it the largest and most important historical cemetery in Turkey. One of the most remarkable features of Arlat is its graveyard, which is one of the largest Islamic graveyards in the world. The area is scattered with a vast number of tombstones, each uniquely carved with intricate designs. The Süleymaniye Mosque, a masterpiece of Ottoman architecture. It was built in the 16th century and commissioned by the great Ottoman Sultan Suleiman the Magnificent. Throughout its long history, the Süleymaniye Mosque has witnessed numerous events and survived several challenges. It was damaged by fires in 1666 and during World War I, but each time it was restored to its former glory. Beyond its religious functions, it originally housed a hospital, a kitchen, a library, and schools. The Rumeli Fortress, also known as the Straight Cutter Fortress, is an imposing medieval castle that stands watch over the Bosphorus Strait. Built in just 4 months in 1452, the fortress played a pivotal role in the conquest of Constantinople and the rise of the Ottoman Empire. After the city fell, the fortress lost its military significance and transformed over time into a customs checkpoint and even a prison during the 19th century. Now, the Rumeli Fortress serves as a museum and cultural venue. It hosts concerts and festivals, allowing visitors to enjoy a prime viewing spot of the stunning Bosphorus. The Blue Mosque gets its name from the blue tiles that decorate its interior. Over 20,000 handmade ceramic tiles cover the mosque, each intricately designed with different patterns of flowers, trees, and abstract designs. The most interesting fact about the Blue Mosque is related to the number of its domes. It is the only mosque in Istanbul with 6 minarets, a feature that caused quite a stir when it was first built. Back then, the only other mosque with 6 minarets was the Masjid al-Haram in Mecca, the most sacred place in Islam. To fix the issue, Sultan Ahmed sent his architect to Mecca to build a 7th minaret there. Just a short walk from the Blue Mosque stands another architectural marvel, the Hagia Sophia. Though it is known as the Hagia Sophia Grand Mosque, this incredible structure has a long and fascinating history that spans over 1,500 years. Originally constructed as a Christian cathedral in the 6th century, it was the world's largest cathedral for nearly 1,000 years. It was converted into a mosque in 1453, following the Ottoman conquest of Constantinople, and many of its Christian mosaics were plastered over or replaced with Islamic calligraphy and decorations. In 1935, Hagia Sophia was secularized and converted into a museum, and in July 2020, the Turkish government decided to reconvert the Hagia Sophia into a mosque. The Topkapi Palace is a magnificent complex that served as the main residence and administrative headquarters of the Ottoman sultans for nearly 400 years. The palace was home to as many as 4,000 people, including the sultan's family in the famous harem, which housed up to 300 concubines. The palace kitchens were a sight to behold, with a staff of 1,000 preparing around 6,000 meals each day. Today, Topkapi Palace serves as a museum, displaying an impressive collection of artifacts that include Ottoman clothing, weapons, armor, and religious relics. The Çamlıca Mosque, which was completed in 2019, really stands out on Istanbul's skyline. It's not just any mosque, it's the largest in Turkey, with room for a staggering 63,000 worshippers. This mosque beautifully merges classic Islamic architecture with modern designs, featuring 6 towering minarets and a grand central dome. Inside, it's a feast for the eyes. The walls are covered with hand-painted calligraphy and exquisitely detailed tile work, reflecting a deep respect for tradition and craftsmanship. The ancient city of Ani stands on the windswept plains along the border between Turkey and Armenia. Once known as a city of 1,001 churches, Ani was a flourishing center of trade and culture in the 10th century. Despite enduring countless earthquakes and invasions over the centuries, remnants of its impressive structures still stand. For instance, the Church of St. Gregory, built in 1215, survives in near-perfect condition. Pamukkale, aptly named Cotton Castle in Turkish, appears almost magical, with its white terraces brimming with warm, mineral-rich waters. The site is so extraordinary that it looks almost surreal, as though a giant sheet of white cotton has been spread across the hillside. Historically, the ancient city of Hierapolis was built right above these terraces, showing how deeply connected people have been to this natural wonder for ages. Visitors have traveled from distant places to soak in these therapeutic pools, drawn by their reputed healing powers. There's also a captivating piece of mythology associated with Pamukkale. It's said that these terraces originated from the solidified tears of Hera, shed in a fit of jealousy over Zeus's affection for a beautiful mortal. Köprülü Canyon is a natural wonder located in the mountains of southern Turkey, near Antalya. What truly sets this canyon apart is its historical richness. Dotting the landscape are remnants of ancient Roman architecture, including stone bridges that have stood the test of time. One such bridge, the Olak Bridge, spans the canyon's narrow walls and has been in place since the 2nd century. Today, Köprülü Canyon attracts many outdoor lovers. There are hiking paths through the woods, and by the river with great views of the canyon. For those seeking thrill, the Kopru River is a top choice for whitewater rafting in Turkey. Kopru Waterfall is another natural wonder located in northeastern Turkey. This waterfall, fed by the Ermenek River, offers a stunning display of nature's force. What's interesting, Kopru means earth bridge in Turkish, a name that hints at a fascinating natural structure. Over countless years, the flowing water has carved a natural bridge right above the waterfall. In addition, the water flows down the tall mountains and cuts deep gorges through the landscape. In fact, one of the world's deepest canyons, Kaglayan Canyon, is located not far from Kopru Waterfall. Hattusa, once the capital of the Hittite Empire, is a significant archaeological site in modern-day Turkey. The city was strategically important due to its location, which provided control over trade routes and military movements. One of the most iconic features of Hattusa is the Lion's Gate. Distinguished by its two large lion sculptures, it symbolizes the power and authority of the Hittites. Yazilikaya, also known as the Inscribed Rock, offers a window into the religious practices of the Hittite civilization, which thrived over 3,000 years ago. The placement of the carvings suggests that they were designed to align with the sunlight, illuminating specific deities at key times of the year, revealing the changing of the seasons. This is Turkey.